on the stand today, Brittany Paz. Now, she was hired and paid $30,000 to get up to speed on the case and then testify on behalf of Jones's company, Free Speech Systems. Now, she was questioned on the various falsehoods that Jones told his audience on his website, Infowars.com.
And on September 24th, 2014, Infowars published an article and the title of that article was FBI says nobody died at Sandy Hook, correct? I'm sorry. FBI says nobody killed at Sandy Hook, correct?
Is that the 25th rather than the 24th?
No, it's not.
I don't recall
the... It says 25th.
I don't recall the date.
And I appreciate you only rush, please.
I don't recall the date, but I do recall the article you're talking about.
Exhibit number 67 already in evidence?
That is a full exhibit, Your Honor.
Thank you. Can we pull it up, please, Pratika? Let's just pull up, yeah, the top part there.
I see it.
You see it?
Yes.
FBI says no one killed at Sandy Hook, correct?
Yes.
This is by Adon Salazar.
Yes.
What's the date?
It says September 24th, 2014.
Okay. 2 days after the last email you saw that the Google Analytics, correct?
I believe that was dated the 22nd, so yes.
Right. And you have an ad there for DNA Force Plus, correct?
I see that, yes.
And in this article, Adon Salazar reports, by the way, this article, you know, was posted to Facebook, correct?
I believe it was, yes.
Okay. This article was posted to Twitter, correct?
Yes.
This article was posted to Infowars.com?
Yes.
PrisonPlanet.com?
Yes.
Okay. And in 2014, the jury will recall, was the year that Infowars had 2.2 billion impressions on its social media platforms, correct?
I don't recall the number, but I'll accept that that's what it was.
You don't recall yesterday when we went, I had the chart up here?
Right, I just don't recall the exact number, but I don't dispute that's what it was.
Right. And let's just, real clear here, let me ask you this question, yes or no? This article reporting that the FBI said no one had been killed at Sandy Hook, according to its statistics, was false. Yes?
Correct, it's not right. That's right.
Not right meaning not true, correct?
Right, FBI never said that.
But what Adon Salazar was saying to his audience was that there were these statistics that the FBI put out. And that according to Adon Salazar, those statistics said that nobody had been killed at Sandy Hook, correct?
That's what the article says, yes.
And in fact, the and the FBI does report crime statistics every year, correct?
Yes.
And in fact, the FBI statistics that Adon Salazar was referencing did report the murders at Sandy Hook, correct?
I believe they did.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, let me bring in my guest for this hour. Joining me, federal executive clemency attorney Tammy Allison and criminal defense attorney David Bruno. Thanks to you both for being with me this evening. Truly appreciate it. Great to see you both. I want to start off by talking about this particular witness. I found her fascinating. God bless her. She took the stand. He offered her 25 grand to come in and testify on behalf of his company. She negotiated up to 30. Good for her. So basically, she sits there for $30K to take the slings and arrows that are coming because he knew they were coming because there were all kinds of lies. And she's basically, you know, going through with the help of the attorney, all the different lies that were told. This case is infuriating. Tammy, I want to start with you. I mean, like I said, this case, it's just infuriating to listen to. And the fact that they're even doing what they're doing, putting this young lady up there. And again, I'm not excusing her. She took the money. But at the end of the day, you know, what's the strategy here?
You know, Michael, I don't know what the strategy is at this point. You know, I think that the witness I mean, she did what she was paid to do, but I also, take, issue with, an expert that comes in to testify and, the fact that they're negotiating how much it's going to cost for them to come in and testify. In my opinion, I kind of believe that the testimony is swayed whenever you negotiate how much it's going to cost for you to come in and testify. I don't necessarily know if she's going to be found to be credible, given the fact that, the whole money issue is at play here.
Yeah, I would have to agree. And David Bruno, do you have a sense of what the strategy is here? He's not showing up in court. He says he will be in court. He will be called to testify. He'll show up then. He didn't put up a fight at all in the fact part of the case. Didn't turn over any paperwork, so he had a summary judgment against him. I mean, is he just acting on brand, knowing that this might help him with his base, or what is his story?
Well, let's not forget, we just dealt with a case in Texas where he was hit for $45 million in punitive damages and $4.1 million in compensatory damages. Now, there's been a lot of reporting and conversation about the Texas law that caps that punitive damage, and that's probably going to be knocked down. But guess what? They do not have that cap here in this particular state. And he has already basically shown his white flag on the liability of this. And when we're hearing about whether that's true or not, he's not even challenging that at this time. He has not participated in his defense up to this point, and now it's about damages. So this court, without the Texas cap, is going to come to punitive damages as well as compensatory damages, and this is the venue for the plaintiffs. Now, does it all matter? Who knows? Because the companies have declared bankruptcy, and in the end, what these damages are going to be could be vetted through a bankruptcy court, unfortunately. And I agree with you. This is disgusting to hear that those headlines were even out there.
Yeah, and it even gets worse. I want to listen to some sound from Paz on the stand where she talks about the money brought in. Because apparently, Jones is a 100% owner of Free Speech Systems. It's him. So when money comes in, it goes to him. But I want you to take a listen to this testimony. If this doesn't rile you up, I don't know what will. Take a listen.
Now, it does have other sources of income. One is advertising income, correct?
Right.
And donations.
Yes.
And one of the ways he offers people to make donations is in cryptocurrency. You know what that is?
Yes, such as Bitcoin, et cetera.
Exactly.
Yes.
And when somebody gives cryptocurrency donations to Free Speech Systems, it actually goes directly to Alex Jones personally, correct?
If it's a donation, Bitcoin, I believe so, yes.
He doesn't tell his audience that, right?
Does he tell his audience where it goes or
Right.
what is being done with it? No.
He doesn't tell his audience that when you donate Bitcoin to Free Speech Systems, it's actually going right to me. He doesn't tell them that.
He doesn't tell anybody where it goes or what he does with it, or.
He tells his audience that the donations are going to Free Speech Systems, correct?
I don't know that he's said they go to Free Speech Systems.
You do or you don't?
I don't know that,
Okay.
no.
You've been to the Infowars.com website?
Have I visited it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a donation page where you can donate cryptocurrency, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and it says support the Infowar. Support Infowars, donate here, right?
Support InfoWars, yes.
Yeah.
Support the production, support the business, the show, help us stay on the air, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing.
Right.
Except when somebody donates, it doesn't go to that. It goes to Alex Jones, right?
Well, Alex Jones needs to stay on the air, so, I mean, I don't know if that's what he means by it, but that's how it's being advertised.
Tammy Allison, to me, that's very damaging information in a damages case, because at the end of the day, it's what it's showing is that this guy's probably, and I think they've seen it already, he's not on the up and up, he's greedy. And now you're asking this jury to give some damages. When they hear that kind of thing, that's gonna make the numbers go up, don't you think?
Yes, Michael, I think so. I think these types of questions in the testimony that this witness answered, she pretty much laid out that, yes, he was receiving money in the form of cryptocurrency directly in his individual capacity, which is separate and distinct from that of his business. But as we heard, the business was the one that was advertising for these donations. So when we talk about business law, a lot of times people have limited liability companies or structure their businesses in a certain way to shield them from any personal liabilities, as will be happening here because this is a trial about the damages part of it. So if, in fact, the company filed bankruptcy, well, he has money that he was getting from the website that he took in his individual capacity. So that little protection that he may have had from his business, it wouldn't necessarily apply, and he could be responsible for paying these damages without the benefit of the bankruptcy.
You're absolutely right, and that's something they're going to be parsing out in bankruptcy court. You know, the mingling of funds like that could really cause him problems. David Bruno, my question to you is, he chose not to fight this. He didn't fight in Texas either. But my question to you is, if he chose to fight it, I wonder if there might have been a strong claim that, so basically what he's saying, and he's said this before on various interviews that I've seen of him, that he's merely a guy who reports on internet rumors. He doesn't create these rumors. He reports on them. He gets the information in from different sources. He doesn't vet it. He just kind of puts it out there. He's a pundit. He's allowed to question the truth. I wonder if you think, had he decided to fight this case, a defense on that ground, and perhaps even going further to say some of what he does is satire, could that have been a place where he could have found a safe harbor?
Yeah, I mean, the arguments could be made. I mean, they're legal arguments. It doesn't necessarily require him to take the stand. It goes to what's First Amendment, what kind of speech is protected out there. And as you get to things that are inaccurate, and we see this in our defamation law as well, truth is always a defense. You know, so listen, he has his opportunity to come forward. And if he wants to go that route, let's hear from him, because there's a jury sitting that is going to make a determination on what compensatory damages are. And we're going to be hearing from victims, families, emotional stories on how this affected them as well. Wait till we get to that side of this, because that's what the compensatory damages are for, as well as punitive. So I don't think that it would be a good defense, but you got to show up really to make these arguments. And he's just not doing that at this point.
Yeah, and that emotional testimony you've heard already about what effect this had on people. All the folks listening, well, I'm not going to say all, some of the people listening to him have actually approached family members and asked them if they were real, if their kid was real. I mean, can you even imagine? I can't imagine the emotions. 10 years after the event, still dealing with people coming up to them, asking them if their family member or their child was real in this thing. It's really incredible, incredible that people even bought